Alright, hey guys, Fiddle Ferret here, and welcome back to a new video for Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Now, we've started all of the Yuri. All of the Yuri, all the time. Let's see what happens. Thank you. I'm overjoyed. We did it, Sachi-san! The two of them clung to each other and leapt for joy. Well, I suppose they never had anyone else who could see or hear them before. Looking at their happy faces seemed to lift a bit of the weight off my chest. This school has always had girls like the one yesterday, with feelings hidden in their hearts. There were so many girls who graduated with those desires still locked away, lacking that little bit of courage or any small chance to act on them. If we can help their feelings reach the girls they care about, no matter the result, I think they'll cherish those memories forever. Megumi and I have always wanted to help those girls. Yuna-san, I wanted this school to be somewhere those girls' feelings wouldn't have to wither. Well, that's reasonable, and I'm sure she really feels that way. It's not a bad thing to want, not at all, but why does it have to be romance between girls? Though I suppose that's inevitable considering the circumstances that led to these two becoming ghosts. Let's nurture more wonderful couples here. We can do this, Yuna! Now, which girl should we help first? Well, there's the one from yesterday. Right, but we should wait and see before helping her again. It will depend on how the other girl feels when she reads the letter. But you discover her, Sachi-san. I'm sure it'll work out. Let's hope so. Now, I know. We should help those girls you found a little while ago, Sachi-san. Oh, the group of 3? Wow, there are more girls like these two here? How are they finding them anyway? I don't get this stuff at all. Girl-girl romances or these two ghosts. But, well, one at a time. Huh? What? Did you say something? No, just talking to myself. Then let's do this. Together, we can make this school a paradise for young women to fall in love. Yuritopia. Sachi-san, you're so cool. Wait, she liked that? Starting today, we'll work even harder, Megumi, for our Yuritopia. Yes, Sachi-san, for our Yuritopia. See, when they say Yuritopia, I just think of like a Yuri-themed like theme park or something really strange. What would a Yuri-themed theme park entail? You know what? Before I really ask that question, I should just move on. Thank you for your help, Yuna-san. Sure. Maybe I was a little hasty. So I thought, but the two ghosts were already celebrating in front of me. Yuritopia! Yuritopia! I didn't know what to say. Just go with the flow, mate. Just go with the flow, hun. You'll feel better. Alright. I'll tell you why this one is down here in a minute. I think I'm on this one. I'll tell you in a minute at the end of the video why that's like that. Shirojo. I know that's not how you say it, but I'm going to say it like that because I can. Shirojo. Why is it? What? It keeps popping up this name no matter what. Let's give a nickname to this school. We're gonna give this school a nickname Coco because that's a lot easier. Coco Girls, a girls' school in a castle. Even before I took my exams, I admired Coco Girls Private Academy of Conference, and since the entrance ceremony, I've pretty much been on cloud 9. This is a new girl. I mean, I've really always wanted to go there. The uniforms are cute, and better than that, it's a school built on the site of an old castle. I'm like super excited just by that. I'm so glad I put all that effort into my studies. The tuition made my mom a little nervous, but my dad and brothers had my back. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, brothers. I owe you guys. I mean, it's a school in a castle, you know? Who cares if it's a little far away from the station? The walk up the hill kinda wears you out though. The campus is beautiful, and the Hoshikana building is just so cute. It doesn't matter that it's a little old, it's fun just changing my shoes in the entranceway in the morning. And I haven't been there yet, but the inner building behind the Hoshikana is wood framed and it's super charming too. I always want to go inside the Kuro Miyagura lodging house next to the auditorium where they had the entrance ceremony sometime. It's like they've just stuck in new buildings onto the old ones. I can see where my dad liked it so much. He laughed at me for choosing a school for its architecture. Yeah, saying it really I must have been the daughter of a contractor, but it's just that great. What do you want from me? Those were the high spirits I carried into this school with me, and today I was a little lost because the school buildings I admire so, of all things. We're gonna give her a voice. Where's the reference room? Yes, I couldn't find the reference room. I wasn't so bad that I'd greet my homeroom teacher when I saw her in the hallway before leaving. Yeah, but greetings are a good thing. She'd been carrying a large box on her arms. I'd actually been excited when she asked me to take it to the reference room for her. It meant I'd get to walk around the school after all. And the box in question wasn't really that heavy. It was a bit of an armful, but it probably wasn't even 5 kilos. As an American, I have no idea what that means. However, where is the reference room? I had no idea where this reference room actually was. I mean, I found a reference room quickly enough. There was one on the same floor as my classroom after all. But my homeroom teacher had told me not to put it in there. Then where? My teacher had already gone off somewhere else. I didn't think there were any other reference rooms. At least, that was the only one on the school map. What should I do? Should I go to the facility room and ask there? That was probably a good idea, but having been entrusted with a task, I didn't like the idea of having to go back for help. I don't know where to start. Oh geez, what should I do? And right when I sighed, I heard from behind me, "Is something the matter?" A voice, a gentle-sounding voice. She was there when I turned around. A third-year senpai in a screen skirt. Yes, senpai was there. I don't know how to describe it. Meeting her was like fate. Oh, she's just so adorable. All the girls in this game are adorable. They're so cute. Yes, you'd normally think to go to the reference room on the first floor of the Hoshikana building, wouldn't you? Ihara senpai had said with a laugh. Ihara Maki senpai, the kind third year who heard my sigh of frustration and responded with compassion. I asked for assistance as soon as she addressed me. Where am I supposed to take this? She kindly asked me to elaborate. She didn't seem disturbed at all when I was too flustered to explain it properly. But then when I took it there, she said that wasn't the right place, so I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. That's not your fault, Maki-san. You're the one who just started school here, right? Right. After I gave her my name, my class, and what I'd been asked to do, she told me her name and said that she'd show me where it was supposed to go. Thank goodness she was a kind senpai. There's another reference room in the inner buildings, though I suppose you might call it a storage room, really. But the teachers... Oh, that's still her. See, man, it frustrates me because I always have trouble with this game discerning who's talking. But the teachers who have been here the longest might still refer to it as a reference room now and then. Oh, I see. The inner building. I get to go to the inner buildings. My heart soared. I hadn't found an excuse to go there yet, since only third years have classes there. but I was really excited when I'd finally get to see it. It was perfect, and this nice senpai was going to take me there. Are you carrying that? I could hold it for you. No, I'm totally fine. Actually, I'm pretty strong. Are you? It looks like it. I'll take you there now then. Okay, thank you. I like how she has a little bit of a lisp for some reason. Sorry that took so long. No, it's fine, I answered. But inside, I was rather impressed, stunned even. We'd finally arrived at the inner buildings, and it hadn't been a simple trip. There were a lot of requests today. Huh? How do I say this? Ahara-senpai's, like, amazing. Every few steps we took, someone would call out to her, and they all had some kind of favor they wanted to ask. People asked her to deliver messages, provide assistance, and do something because the fence was wobbly or some shelf was broken. Huh, what's with this senpai? Why are so many people asking her to do things? With each request, senpai would make a note to herself, or even take care of it right away, then and there. She apologized each time, since we had to go out of our way for each request. I'm trying to prioritize showing you the reference room as much as possible, but... Oh no, it's fine. I'm bothering you just as much as everyone else. Oh, it's no bother to show a new student around, she said, smiling. Wow, so cool. I definitely would have lost my patience before we made it halfway there. I mean, people were even asking her stuff that could have easily been done on their own. I thought she was being asked a few too many favors, but the way she took notes or finished them on the spot really quickly was super cool. She just had this air of competence. It's just a little further. This old reference rooms are there at the end of this hallway. They're used for storage now. Oh, okay. She said it was gonna go in the innermost reference room. Oh, I see. That's the room that's used the least. That wasn't very kind of your homeroom teacher. She should have told you where it was. She seemed pretty busy, I guess. Going to a home? Ooh, it's all dark and mysterious. This is the perfect place for Yuri. Use the least. It did look like that. The smell of dust even as we opened the door, and see it everywhere when we turned on the lights. Did she say where to put it? No, I don't think so. Let's put it in that corner then. There's room for it on that shelf. Why don't you leave it up there? Okay. I stepped into the room with some energy, excited to finally complete the task I'd been entrusted with, and that I'd finally figured out where the reference room actually was. The space Senpai had indicated was a point about chest height. It took careful steps to get there, making sure to keep the box clear from any obstacles. There we go! I hoisted the box to my chest and shoved it up onto the shelf. And that's that! When I turned around, Ahara-senpai was looking at me as if she was a little surprised. You really are stronger than you look, Maki-san. And I was worried that it was a little heavy for you. But you lifted it before. You lifted it before I could even offer any help. Oh, I'm confident in my strength. According to my dad and my brothers, it's charming that I'm strong for my size, though I'm not sure if I should be that happy about it. Thank you so much, Ahara-senpai. You're welcome. Oh, wait a moment, Maki-san. Ahara-senpai stopped me before I could leave the reference room. Oh, that's my Skype. I apologize. Hopefully that doesn't start going off, because it very well might. There's dust all over your left arm. You must have brushed past something. Huh? Oh, you're right. Now that you mentioned it, I noticed the light coating of dust on my left sleeve and my blouse, and even some scattered on the hem of my vest. It looked like I'd brushed on something, just like Ahara-senpai had said. Man, that's embarrassing. I hurriedly tried to pat the dust off, but Senpai gently brushed my hand away. Oh, Yuri, moment? Yes! We're getting somewhere. Don't try to pat it off. Huh? It wasn't as if she'd grabbed my hand or anything. She just brushed it slightly, yet I was frozen still. You'll send it dancing into the air again, and it'll get into your clothes and your hair. Oh. I stood still in front of Senpai as she moved a handkerchief from her pocket. Don't move, okay? I'll get it, she said, bringing the cloth against my sleeve. She took my hand, gently lifted my arm, and wiped the dust from my blouse. I could feel the handkerchief sliding down my arm, and with the movement of Senpai's hand. What is this? Why is my heart beating so fast? Senpai's face was inches from mine, only a little above it. Her expression made her look so much more grown up than I felt. She was looking down at my arm, and the way her eyes narrowed ever so slightly was just beautiful somehow. She looked so mature. If you try and pat off the dust like this, it ends up sinking into your clothes. Oh, you should get this blouse dry cleaned if you can. Oh, she was even taking the time to worry about my blouse. She's amazing. Her fingers were so slender and pretty, and her handkerchief had cute little design on the fold so neatly. And wait, her handkerchief? I'm sorry, your handkerchief will get dirty, Senpai. Please use mine. I don't care if mine gets dirty. Please, don't worry about that. I get my handkerchiefs dirty all the time. A little dust like this is nothing to fret about. But stay still now. Right, she said, laughing a little, and I was frozen again. So I just stood still and watched Senpai gently wipe the dust from my clothes. Sorry. Okay. Skype. Bam. Bam. Do not disturb. Minimize. So I just stood still and watched Senpai gently wipe the dust from my clothes. It was all I could do. That whole time. My heart won't stop pounding. It felt like my heart was throbbing throughout my entire body, and my face was strangely hot. There, done. Thank you. You're welcome. I can't wait until tomorrow. You can wait until tomorrow, but don't forget to tell the teacher where you left that box. Right. I nodded, still kinda spaced out. Spaced out, but still feeling the pounding of my heart. Until after I thanked Senpai and said goodbye. I didn't miss a single beat. And calendar time. Hello. And bam, more calendar time. The day after the encounter, I started my exploration of the school in earnest, in order to find Ahara Senpai, of course. Though it was difficult for a first year like me to just stroll into the inner buildings where the third year classrooms were, I wandered around the campus whenever I could, meaning mostly during lunch and after school, and my enthusiasm was quickly rewarded, but I'd have to say it was simply because Ahara Senpai was walking around the school even more than I was, and she was always taking care of some errand for someone. It was nice that I found her so quickly, but when I saw how busy she always was, I couldn't bring myself to stop and thank her. But more than that, whenever I found her, my face would get hot and my heart would start to beat like crazy for some reason. I could barely stop myself from running off somewhere, let alone bring myself to speak to her. Drink time. Delicious water. That's some high quality H2O. While this went on for a while, that's weird, I gradually became aware of more and more of Senpai's amazing qualities. I learned her name that day, Ahara Maki Senpai. It's a wonderful name. I knew that she was a third year. She hadn't told me what class she was in, but it hadn't taken long to find that out. In any case, what I was trying to say is that Senpai is basically famous. The vice president of the Beautification Committee. The Beautification Committee is in charge of maintaining the tools and equipment of the school. In other words, members are expected to do a little bit of everything. Ahara Senpai is an especially famous member for accepting any task and completing them all with speed and efficiency. She's even been nicknamed the Saint of Shirojo. A saint? How cool is that? I remember Senpai being asked all sorts of favors that day, big ones and small ones. She took care of all of them, either completing them on the spot or writing them down for later, without a single word of complaint. I bet she did a whole bunch more after we parted too. And I learned something else while I was walking around the school looking for her. Her name's even begun to reach the first years like me, who only started here a few days ago. Senpai turned out to be a really amazing person. This girl is really cute, by the way. She is freaking adorable. Holy shiatsu Batman. We'll click this. Ba-da-da-da-da! Man, the music of this is sort of relaxing. The second Monday after that day, I met Ahara Senpai. About 2 weeks since, I started walking around the school trying to find her. I finally, after school, written it. My bag was in my hands, but I dropped my head onto my desk. Inside my bag was the letter I'd stayed up all last night writing. I started writing it because I wanted to properly thank her. That's right, I'd been planning on finding her somewhere in school and thanking her in person, but that had proved nearly impossible to do. So I thought I could at least write a letter to express my gratitude. Why then? Why did I write that I wanted to meet her in person so I could tell her something? For some reason, I had written that, and that letter was in my bag right now. It's almost like this is a love letter, isn't it? How had it ended up like this? I'd started the letter with "thank you very much" the other day, but for some reason I started listing off all of Senpai's amazing qualities, and I'd written that I hadn't been able to speak with her in person since then too. And to that end, I'd finished with "please meet me so I can tell you my feelings." Doesn't that mean she'll read that letter and think I like her? No, that's fine. I mean, I guess I really do like her, but it's like admiration or something, right? It's like that kind of like, right? Or did I write this letter because I've been falling for her? Oh, I don't know. Oh, what was her voice again? I already forget. She was like the tomboy, right? Maki-san, I'm going to practice. See you. Yeah! My head snapped when somebody suddenly said my name. When I looked toward the voice, I saw Komono-san staring back from the seat next to me, a surprised look on her face. Sorry, were you oh, no, this is still... Oh, the names, they confuse me. Sorry, were you sleeping? Did I wake you up? Oh, no, I was awake. Practice, right, do your best. Komono-san. She's been in a tracksuit every day since the entrance ceremony. Well, the school is pretty lax about dress code, and it's not like she's wearing her own clothes since it's school issued. The teachers haven't really gotten on her case about it. Is it because she's on the track team? She sort of stands out. We sit next to each other, so we tend to have short exchanges like this when we're leaving or whatever. Oh no, right now I need to worry about this letter. What should I do? I mean, it's already written down. I just have to get Senpai to read it, right? I don't care about what I ended up writing in it. The point is that I've written it, and so now I just want Senpai to read it. I don't care what she'll think about me afterwards. I just want her to read it. But how should I give it to her? I can't just hand it to her. I'm sure I'd get too nervous to do that. Should I go the traditional route and leave it in her shoe locker? No, that wouldn't work. The lockers here don't have doors, so anyone would find the letter in the minute I left it there. Then what? What indeed, ladies and gentlemen? Alright guys, I think that's probably a decent place to end off this recording. And so now, little secret, I've already recorded this episode once. I recorded the entire thing and realized that I recorded audio, didn't record video, so that was frustrating. So I was really good at reading this episode because I'd already read it all once. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because I even had a whole talk about how awful my reading was in that recording and I was kind of frustrated. But I had to reread it anyway, and this went way better. So, anyway guys, I guess it all worked out for the best. So guys, I will see you back on the prowl next time with Kindred Spirits. Bye!